to my home. I hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. So we're going to do a little more cooking today. And when I was trying to decide what to make with everyone today, my focus really became on what people might already have in their home and what can I make that anyone can have and everyone would enjoy. So after doing a little digging around in my cupboard and in my refrigerator, I found these. Just a simple tortilla. And if you're anything like me, chances are you might already have these in your home because it's a great go-to dinner for tacos or fajitas. But I thought I would show you a couple other ways to use these that would be fun and easy to make with the kids. A couple little recipes here. So the great thing about tortillas is that they come in so many varieties these days that if you're gluten-free, you can find gluten-free tortillas. If you're low carb, you can find low carb tortillas. They're readily available at the local grocery store. So what if you want to make some of the things we're going to do today and you don't have any tortillas on hand? Well, trust me, I've made tortillas so many times over the years. They're super simple. They only literally a handful of ingredients: flour, salt, baking powder, water, and oil or butter or shortening. So they're really easy to make. Just Google homemade tortillas or homemade gluten-free tortillas or homemade low-carb tortillas, and you'll find no less than a dozen recipes that are really easy to make. So if you haven't made them before and you don't have tortillas, I really encourage you to give them a shot. You won't regret it. So the first thing we're going to make here today are these great little cinnamon chips. Now, the kids will truly love these, I know, because I've made them at work many times and they're gone as like that. So at this point, I just have about 3 tortillas that I cut up into these little triangles, and you can do one of two things with these. You can either fry them in some hot oil right now and put them on draining paper and put a little cinnamon sugar on them, or you can bake them like I'm going to do right now. And I have about a tablespoon of butter, and I'm just going to put that on there, and it's probably a quarter cup of sugar with about a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon in here, and I'm just going to put that right on there and toss them all together. Now, if you can't have butter, you can certainly use oil or margarine, pan spray even. Just get your tortillas just moistened up to put the cinnamon sugar on there, and I'm going to bake these today. So I'm just going to put them on here. I just have a little oiled sheet pan here, and you're just going to bake these in a 350-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. They're just going to look golden brown, and they're not going to be really crisp when you first take them out of the oven, but after they cool, they turn into these really great little crispy chips, as you can see. So I'm just going to pop these in the oven here, and I'm going to give my hands a little wipe. Now, if you want to be really creative with these, you can use pumpkin pie spice with your sugar. You can use apple pie spice. You can use anything you want in there. Just to change it up. They're really great. And when they come out, they'll look like this. It's a great little treat for the kids. You can have them with fruit salsa or on your ice cream. I have a little yogurt here. You can have them in your yogurt. Just enjoy them. They're a really great little treat for the kids. So what else can we make with our tortillas here? I think the best thing about what we're doing today is the fact that there's really not a recipe. It's all going to be about imagination and creating something from things you already have at home. So the other thing we're going to make are these great little tortilla pockets here. And as you can see, I have this huge variety of ingredients on the table, and it's just going to be about what you have. I have some pepperoni, and I have some chicken. We're going to make some vegetarian ones. I have a little broccoli mixed with some cream cheese and cheese. Just be really creative, get the kids involved, have them help you out. We're even going to make a couple of dessert ones. Somebody asked me for a dessert recipe, and this is a great way to incorporate a dessert in here. So I'm just going to take this tortilla here and just cut it right in half like that. and you just have this like half a piece of tortilla. And at this point, this is where you get creative. First, what we need is a little glue for our pockets to hold them together here. Right here I have a 1/4 cup of flour and a 1/4 cup of water just mixed together, and it's kind of like wallpaper paste, but it's going to hold our tortillas together. If you can't have flour because you're gluten-free, you can certainly use cornstarch and water to mix these together for your glue, or you can even use an egg mixed with a little bit of water for an egg wash. So we're just going to put a little bit of our glue on here. And I think for this one, we will use how about a little mozzarella cheese and a couple slices of pepperoni. Have whatever you want. And then just going to fold these just like this. I'm going to fold it over just like this. And we're going to fold it just like this to create a little triangle. And then we're just going to add just a little more of our glue here. At this point, you could even put a little marinara sauce in there if you want, and then just pinch them together really good, just like that. And you have these great little tortilla pockets, just like that. I'm going to make another one for you. I happen to have a couple of apples, and so I diced them up and threw them in the microwave and just put a little bit of cinnamon sugar on here. And so I'm going to do the same thing, just with this. I'm going to put a little bit of my glue. And I'm going to put a little bit of apples on here. Okay, you watching? Just fold it like that. Fold it back over this way. Have the kids help you out. Put a little more glue. Pinch them together. And there you have it. It's a great little pocket. Now, with the pockets, you can do the same thing that we're doing with the chips. You can either bake them in the oven or you can fry them. If you're baking them in the oven, it would be the same thing for about 15 to 20 minutes. With the pockets, you'd want to flip them halfway. So we're just going to fry up a couple here. But first, I want to show you another fun one. Just cut these in half. And we're going to make, kids are going to love this one. We're going to make a s'mores. I happen to have some of these little colored marshmallows from Easter here, so, but white is fine too. So I got a little piece of chocolate here. I'm gonna put that in there, and we're gonna put some of these marshmallows in here. Fold it over. Fold it over. Put a little glue. Pinch them together. And we have a little pockets. The tortillas I'm using here are 8-inch tortillas, but you can certainly use 6-inch tortillas if you want to make them a little smaller. You can make all different kinds. I have, just for an example, I have some ground beef that I put some barbecue sauce on. I had some leftover chicken here. I'm gonna make one more here, a vegetarian one, for all you veggie lovers out there. Put a little glue. And I just have a little bit of broccoli here that I steamed and I mixed with a little mozzarella and cream cheese. I'm gonna put that right in there. If you can't have cheese because you can't have dairy, you can skip it all together. Or there's a lot of great vegan brands of cheese out there, non-dairy cheeses that you can certainly use for this. So we're gonna, again, just put a little glue on there and pinch them closed. And I have a bunch made here, so let's go ahead and fry some up. Again, you can always bake these in the oven, put them on a greased sheet pan, brush them with a little bit of oil, and put them right on the sheet pan and bake them in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, flipping them at the halfway point. So I'm gonna fry up a couple here for you. I just have a little bit of hot oil on the stove here, and we're gonna fry a couple of these savory ones. Just be careful dealing with hot oil. You don't want the kids doing that. And I'm gonna have a couple of sweet ones here so I can show you what they look like once they're all done. They're super easy to make. They're really tasty, and they make a great lunch or snack appetizer if you're having a family game night. I definitely encourage you to try these out. Just gonna cook them until like golden brown. So here we go. Let's see. They're getting there, they're getting there. Just like I said, be really careful of the hot oil. If you feel better baking these in the oven, fine. Both ways, they're really delicious. There we go. That was pretty quick. I'm going to shut our oil off. I'm going to bring these back over here. And I really want to show you how they look inside. So I have it right here. Grab my tongs. Let's see what we have here. Oh, look, this one is an apple one. Look how good that looks. So we're going to hook it up a little bit here. Whoops, put a little powdered sugar on there. And how about a dollop of whipped cream? And this is cool. A little bit of caramel. That looks like a pretty good dessert to me. So I just cut a couple others of these open. There's a really good one. It's a broccoli and cheese. And here's a s'mores that looks really good. It's chocolatey and yummy. Just encourage you to go in the kitchen and have some fun and be creative and just see how much fun you can have with just a simple little ingredient like a tortilla. I hope everyone stays safe, and I hope to catch you on the next video. Take care, all.